When someone mentions northwestern Wisconsin, you probably picture quaint, quiet farm towns and rolling hills, an area rich in agriculture. But nestled off this 2-lane road lies a 280-acre country estate that Travel and Leisure magazine called one of the 50 most romantic hotels in the world. Welcome to Canoe Bay, your private hideaway in the woods, where your every need is anticipated and the peacefulness, well, it's perfect. With just 24 options for lodging, you know right away you found somewhere special. Choose a room, a cottage, or a luxurious villa. Each one is complete with a fireplace, private deck, king-size bed, a whirlpool, audio-video system, and mini fridge. It's the perfect recipe for couples who need time to relax and reconnect. Each cottage is truly private. From the private entrance to the private decks overlooking the inspiring views of nature. The design elements found in each cottage are surpassed only by the wonderful comforts inside and the magnificent views in every direction.
This building was designed by John Rattenberry. John Rattenberry was the head of the Frank Lloyd Wright School of Architecture and worked with Mr. Wright for many, many years. He came up with a style we think is perfect for an organic property. And you see his elements everywhere.
Long before it was in to be green, Wright practiced organic architecture, a style that evolves naturally and often relies on the relationship between the site and the building. For example, homes he designed in the desert often had expansive floor plans and used lots of stone, and homes designed in the woods used lots of wood. Oh, this looks delicious. Now this is the life. Breakfast brought to my door every morning. A girl could get used to this. Like much of northern Wisconsin, the geography of the Canoe Bay grounds comes compliments of glaciers dating back to the Ice Age. The crystal clear spring-fed lake is nearly 50 feet deep, perfect for watching the sunrise, sunset, or maybe just a relaxing canoe ride around the water.
We were blessed with a great piece of water and an unspoiled piece of water. And by that I mean even the smallest lakes can be so fully developed that the lake changes as it's developed. This lake, just the way it was a million years ago. And the lake is very deep and the water is very pure. And we feel an obligation to that to keep it that way. I love the beauty of it in the morning and how it changes during the day. And then in the evening, especially with people who are dining and looking out across the lake. It is just a really unique little piece of water.
Canoe Bay is the perfect setting to get away from it all and enjoy your favorite book. Or maybe start to write your next one. The library here at Canoe Bay is constantly updated with works by both local and national authors, With thousands of titles, there's something here for everyone. When you make a reservation at Canoe Bay, you're not simply booking a hotel room. The staff here at Canoe Bay sees every guest as a new friend.
We are a place where you can get real peace and quiet, and in this day and age, that is very hard to come by. So we provide that, and then we make note of who they are and why they're here. It's the kind of information that just comes about when you're talking to people and they're making their plans.
Any stay at Canoe Bay is no doubt special, but for those truly special occasions, you can make reservations to enjoy dinner in the wine cellar. Aside from an intimate setting, you'll also get to enjoy extras from the kitchen, and those sample pours from the cellar will no doubt make your experience even more memorable.
Food and wine as part of the whole experience at Canoe Bay is extremely important to many of the guests coming here. Oftentimes when booking the reservation, they'll want to see the wine list in advance, or they'll have a lot of questions as to which wine could they pre-order to have in their room waiting for them. A lot of people come in and they love to look at our selection of red wines, the Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Zinfandels, and they have a lot of questions. Tell me the difference between this one and this one. And so it's a lot of fun, and a lot of the reds happen to go with Chef Caroline's food too.
Our menu changes here on a daily basis. Very often I'll walk down to the garden in the afternoon and see what we have ready to pick, and we have neighbors that will drop by, say with a load of fresh rhubarb or green beans or fresh tomatoes, and we will base our offerings on what we have available.
If you're like me, all that great food will certainly have you needing some exercise. There are miles of trails around property where you can work off that dinner. The quiet here at Canoe Bay is a quiet you will find nowhere else. There are 90,000 massage therapists in the United States, and 2 of them are here at Canoe Bay. Meet my new best friend, Jody. Now this is what relaxation should be. A romantic getaway, deluxe whirlpools, private chalets, tropical waterfalls. Sounds like an exotic foray which might require a passport, right? Sorry, no customs, complications, or jet lag required here. Welcome to Sybaris. Behind the suburban exterior of Sybaris Pool Suites, you can find a luxurious, romantic retreat, nestled right here in Chicago's backyard. Sybaris greets you in the lobby with offerings of champagne and other amenities as you begin your venture into romantic indulgence. Virtual cocoons of privacy, Sybaris offers the chance for you to be enveloped in luxury, allowing you to reconnect with your partner. Sybaris is the perfect place to find privacy and seclusion, to escape hectic schedules and responsibilities, to do more than just give your honey a hurried kiss as you both rush out the door.
The type of couples that we get are couples in a committed relationship that just want to get away from their everyday routine and are looking to, spark up their relationship with their loved one and get away from the kids, and, they don't want to go too far, so Sybaris is something, within the area for them.
Welcome to the Sybaris Chalet Swimming Pool Suite, where the possibilities for romance are endless. A steam room conjures exotic nature-inspired habitats like tropical rainfall and Baja winds. Take a dip in your private pool or have a massage. Sybaris offers more than enough to stir both your imagination and your inner Romeo or Juliet. Mirrored ceilings add some sparkle and some fun to the ivory-hued interior, framing the main attraction. An extra large bed. You can also enjoy the cozy flicker of a fire or a relaxing soak in the hot tub. It won't be just your partner who's trying to satisfy your every desire either. The Sybaris staff is determined to make each couple's stay special.
We offer a large variety of options as far as decorating their suites for them. We do roses in the suite for them. One of the most popular ones is usually the chocolate covered strawberries. We offer champagne, candles if they'd like, and then balloon arrangements if they're celebrating something special like an anniversary or birthday or something like that. One of my personal favorites is sprinkling petals on the bed for them. They love that. Usually that's a big demand.
Sybaris offers the opportunity for an overnight getaway or an afternoon escape. The perfect chance to get away from the kids, work, and phone ringing, even if only for a few hours.
I work midnight shift.
And I usually work the day shift, so it was really hard for us to it's hard for us to find a day to be together. So 4 hours in the afternoon, find a babysitter for the kids. We figured that would be convenient. And then when we came in, closed the door, it was like we were on vacation. A short vacation, but it was great. It was the best vacation.
So what are you waiting for? A birthday, an anniversary, or perhaps you might just want to celebrate your love in a unique way. Jump in, have fun, see what kind of splash the Sybaris experience can add to your relationship. For some, a retreat is all about relaxation. For others, it's about quality time with the one you love. But what if you prefer your adventures to have a bit of a historic flavor? Follow me to St. Charles, Missouri, where you'll experience a unique retreat complete with relaxation, shopping, entertainment, and a healthy dose of history as we visit the banks of the Missouri and this historic river town. St. Charles, Missouri is acclaimed as one of the oldest towns west of the Mississippi, the starting point of the Lewis and Clark expedition nearly 200 years ago. The historic district of St. Charles wears its past proudly, letting you immerse yourself in history while enjoying the modern luxuries of a peaceful riverside retreat. In 1804, two brothers, Nathan and Daniel Morgan Boone, the sons of legendary explorer Daniel Boone, carved an old Indian trail to serve their salt manufacturing business. This trail, starting in St. Charles and eventually connecting to the Santa Fe and Oregon trails, is now known as the Boone's Lick Trail and lauded for its contribution to the settlement of the West. You won't want to stay in a boring cookie-cutter hotel chain during your visit in St. Charles. Instead, submerge yourself in history by opting for the unique charms of the Boone's Lick Trail Inn Bed and Breakfast. The bricks of the inn have been standing trailside since 1840. Immerse yourself in the true bed and breakfast experience by renting one of the 6 lovely rooms. Each room is charmingly decorated in its own unique fashion. Enjoy a large 4-poster bed or a wraparound porch. Splurge for a celebration by renting the attic loft, a cozy nook at the top of the inn which features views of the Katy Trail and Missouri River below. The inn also features a lovely sitting room and parlor for you to socialize with other guests. If privacy is more your thing, you can rent out the Boone's Lick Trail Cottage. This charming 1928 bungalow features a luxury suite. Enjoy reading a book in the delightful sitting area, or indulge in a relaxing dip in the room's whirlpool bath before retiring to your comfortable king-sized bed. Whichever unique room you choose, Boone's Lick Trail Inn Bed and Breakfast is sure to offer a beautiful stay while sticking to the historical spirit of your trip to St. Charles. St. Charles boasts a 10-block, 200-year-old main street that comes with authentic cobblestone to complete your transformation back in time. You won't find any glass skyscrapers here in St. Charles. The street remains exactly as it was 200 years before. Featuring more than 125 distinct shops, the historic district is a great place to stroll on a sunny day, peeking in windows or browsing through antiques. While you're out shopping, be sure to check out some of the historical sites. Did you know that from 1821 to 1826, the city of St. Charles served as the state capital, while the real Capitol building was being constructed in Jefferson City? Step back in time as you enter in the Peck Brothers Dry Good and Hardware store on the first floor, where you can satisfy all of your candle, tobacco, flour, and fur trapping needs. Heading upstairs, you can see the Senate and House rooms restored to look exactly as they did in their working era of the 1800s. The capstone to a full day of exploration in St. Charles is dinner at the historic Mother-in-Law House restaurant. Coming in off the cobblestone streets, you can recline in a candlelit dining room to enjoy your evening meal. Please don't think that the Mother-in-Law House restaurant is your run-of-the-mill dining joint, though. In keeping with the St. Charles theme, this restaurant comes complete with, well, a history.
The building was built in 1866 by Francis X. Kramer. It was a duplex. It was built for a mother-in-law. And Mama was on the right side as you go in, and then the left side was for the family. There was a solid brick wall all the way through. He was no dummy.
So as you can see, a retreat can be found anywhere. A bed and breakfast, or a quiet cobblestone street. This historic Missouri river town has plenty to offer. So keep your eyes open. Your next retreat might be right down the road.